Hey, this is Next Leap. Let me ask you something. Have you ever walked into a conversation thinking you were calm, logical, and completely right? But somehow it still turned awkward, tense, or even into a fight? Why does that happen? Why do good intentions still lead to bad communication? Today, we're going deeper. This is part 2 of Mastering Communication Under Pressure. Last time, we talked about rule number 1, lock the goal. Remember this? When conflict happens, most people do one of two things. They either stay silent and avoid the problem, or they lose control and attack, but neither of those actually solves anything great. Communicators do something different. They stay focused on the goal, because every conversation has two goals: what you want and what the other person wants. If you lose either one, you lose the conversation. Now here's the problem: even if your goal is clear, you can still fail because of one invisible factor: safety. People don't shut down because your logic is wrong. They shut down because the conversation feels unsafe. If someone feels attacked, judged, or threatened, they stop listening. Let me show you what this looks like. A woman asks her in-laws not to overdress her child. They disagree. She tries again. No change. So she decides to hold a family meeting. Sounds reasonable, right? But the moment the conversation starts, everything shifts. No one speaks, the atmosphere turns cold. Her father-in-law walks away. Her mother-in-law says, "If you don't like it, find someone else." Conversation over. What went wrong? Not logic, not intention. Safety. Conversation is like fire. Logic is the wood, words are the sparks, but safety is the oxygen. Without oxygen, nothing burns. So what happens when safety disappears? People switch into survival mode. Some people attack, they interrupt, raise their voice, and try to win. Some people go silent, they withdraw, avoid, and shut down. Others escalate, they argue, criticize, and turn it into a battle. Once that happens, communication is no longer about solving problems. It becomes about protecting yourself. So how do you fix this? High-level communicators do three things: they pause, they fix the safety, and then they return to the goal. First, pause. When emotions rise, pushing harder only makes things worse. Slowing down gives you control. Instead of saying, "Let me finish," you say, "I feel like this is getting tense. Let's take a step back." Second, remove misunderstanding. Use a simple structure. No, yes, yes, first. Clarify what you don't mean, then show respect, then explain your real intention. For example, "I don't want you to feel like I'm interfering. I respect your decisions. I just want to help move things forward." This clears emotional noise and brings clarity back. Third, build a mutual purpose. Ask yourself 3 questions. What do I want? What do they want? What do we both want? Because alignment is more powerful than argument. Most communication breakdowns come from 2 things: lack of shared goals and lack of respect. If the other person doesn't feel respected, they will defend themselves. If they don't see a shared goal, they will resist you. And here's the hardest part: self-awareness. Sometimes, you think you're being calm, but your tone says something else. Sometimes, you think you're right, but you're actually the problem. If you can't see yourself clearly, you can't fix the conversation. So let's lock this in. Rule number 2 is simple: make it safe. Notice when safety is dropping, pause the conversation, remove misunderstanding, and build a shared goal. Because people don't react to your words, they react to how safe they feel. Now I want to hear from you. If you were in that family situation, what would you do differently? How would you create safety? Drop your answer in the comments. I'll go through them and break down the best ones. Next time on Next Leap, we're going even deeper. Rule number 3. How to control your thoughts under pressure. This one changes everything. I'll see you in the next video.